Subscribe if you're always missing a sixth person. There's a lot of content tucked into Destiny 2 that is not well explained or is just plain confusing and overwhelming. In this series, I'll shed a little bit of light on basics, tips and tricks, and serve as an encyclopedia that even a beginner and veteran can appreciate. Enjoy. When Crota enters his final stand, he will slam the ground and he'll be immune for a few seconds. During the final stand, keep attacking. Do not ever stop, even if the Oversoul timer runs out. Deal enough damage, and Crota will enter a death animation during the wipe screen, and you will still clear the raid, even when everyone is dead. This actually happens quite a lot, so if you're part of an LFG group, encourage your team to keep attacking, even when there's 0 seconds left. There's a good chance you'll get the clear. Try not to dismantle bright engrams. You might be surprised by what you get, for better or for worse. Sure, most of the time you'll get an ugly sparrow like this one that you immediately delete. Other times you get lucky. In this one, I got a new emote. In some activities, if the champion falls off the map, it will count as a kill. When that happens, just check the kill feed on your screen to confirm. During Weekly Reset, you will find new shaders in the store section, some new and some old. During this weekly reset, make sure to also visit Ada because she will also reset her shader selection. She will primarily sell older shaders that you might have missed out on. Almost every tower vendor has a reputation rank-up system. The more you play the respective playlist, the more rewards you earn like materials and weapons on that playlist. When it comes time to claim the last item, you must reset your rank to continue earning. However, take notice of this prestige number. Upon resetting your rank, it increased from prestige 0 to prestige 1. So, as you continue playing and ranking up, theoretically, you can continue to reset your rank and increase the prestige to 3, 4, 5, and so on. The benefit to doing this is any weapon you focus or claim from that respective vendor will have the chance to have additional perk choices. You max out at 3 perks in both far right columns. A maximum of 3 perks in each of those columns requires prestige level 4, so you will need to reset your rank 4 times for that vendor. Please note, prestige levels are not transferable between different vendors. You will need to individually rank up each vendor separately. However, this does not mean every focused weapon or weapon that you claim from the vendor will have 3 perks in each column all the time. It just means that now you can get up to a maximum of 3 perks per column instead of just 2 perks or just 1 perk per column. Shown here, I waited until Prestige 4 to claim my Crucible engrams. You'll see a lot of my weapons here have a few perks here and there. Some weapons have 1, 2, 3 perks per column, some have 3 perks per both columns. This makes grinding for a god roll a little bit easier. As a result, if you're a patient person, I recommend saving the vendor engrams until you at least have Prestige level 4. These extra perks will not apply to weapons that require a special way to get them, like the competitive playlist weapons Rose and Mercurial Overreach. The same likely applies to the Nightfall weapons, I just haven't verified it yet. It's worth checking vendors that have claimable weapons because the perks and rolls reset and change with each weekly reset. Shown here, these are the perks for these 2 weapons. Next week, the rolls have changed, and now here's another week with another set of perks. So once you play the activity a little, you can always decide not to claim these weapons and just wait until they have a good perk combination you like. Sometimes there will be a god roll for you to pick up. Apparently, I like the Igneous Hammer roll enough here, so I already claimed it. Activities that offer this are Trials of Osiris and Iron Banner, for example, as far as I know. In Crota's End, during the bridge encounter, Shoot to Loot is very helpful to stay stocked up on ammo while being safe. Staying on high ground or along these stairs is a great vantage point to shoot and loot ammo. In the Dares of Eternity activity, if you cannot make this jump successfully, try launching by walking backwards into it and staying backwards. For some reason, it will launch you successfully almost every time. You'll see some players already doing this. Shown here, you can see one player turn around and walk backwards into it. As this fellow Guardian shows here, in the worst case scenario, you'll get bumped, but you'll get bumped upwards a little bit and still make the jump. In the first encounter of the Root of Nightmares raid, In between completing the chains of light, when there is no timer, you may have a tormentor roaming the field. If so, try not to kill it right away. Instead, save it and weaken it as I'm showing here so you can kill it once the timer comes back. That way, it's an easy timer reset. Shown here, the timer has come back and the tormentor is ready to be killed to refresh the timer. In the Devil's Lair Nightfall, this room is in general pretty safe, but when you go outside, just be careful because the boss can suddenly teleport right above you. It can take you by surprise and teleport right in front of this room, and like all Destiny 2 bosses, this meatball has a stomp attack as well. Whether you're a beginner or a veteran, if you found this helpful, give a like, comment if it did, and I'll look into making another.